truth is in the files.
A family desperate for a miracle moves into a sprawling rental home, only to discover the basement holds a terrifying secret. The cold steel mortuary tools, body lifts, and blood drains of a former funeral parlor were left behind, and the spirits attached to them were far from resting in peace. A very warm welcome to all of you, and thank you for joining us here at Conjuring Files. We have come with another case from our archives, opening the file on the real-life events that inspired the film The Haunting in Connecticut. This is file number 17, The Snedeker House, The Mortuary Haunting. Our file begins in 1986, with a family in crisis. Alan and Carmen Snedeker were facing every parent's nightmare. Their teenage son, Philip, was battling an aggressive form of Hodgkin's lymphoma. The daily commute from their home in upstate New York to the Yukon Health Center in Connecticut for his intense radiation treatments was destroying them physically and financially. Desperate, they looked for a rental property closer to the hospital. They found what seemed like a godsend in Southington, Connecticut, a large, sprawling white house with incredibly low rent. They moved in with Philip, their 3 other children, and 2 nieces, hoping for a sanctuary to heal. The sanctuary was soon revealed to be a nightmare. Almost immediately after moving in, the children exploring the vast basement made a horrifying discovery. The house was the former Hallahan funeral home. The basement wasn't just for storage, it was the preparation area for the dead. The family found embalming tables, a coffin hoist used to move bodies between floors, strange drains in the concrete floor for blood disposal, and drawers filled with toe tags, head blocks for corpses, and grisly post-mortem photographs. The landlord had simply rented the upstairs living quarters without clearing out the macabre history below. The haunting began slowly, seeping into their lives like the foul odors they occasionally smelled. The distinct scent of rotting flesh and putrid flowers used to mask decay. They heard the distinct sound of the heavy coffin chain hoist moving in the basement when no one was down there. The temperature in the house would plummet instantly. But the activity soon focused intensely on Philip. Weakened by cancer and aggressive treatments, he became a conduit for the dark energy in the house. He began to change drastically, his personality shifting from a pleasant teenager to someone dark, withdrawn, and violently angry. He began writing disturbing poetry about death and necrophilia, claiming the entities in the house were speaking to him. The phenomena escalated into pure terror. The family reported that mop water would inexplicably turn blood red. Carmen Snedeker claimed that while mopping the basement floor, the water in her bucket suddenly smelled of decaying flesh and turned crimson. Apparitions began to appear, a thin man with high cheekbones and long black hair, and another entity with white hair wearing a pinstripe suit. The haunting took on a violent, sexual nature, with Carmen claiming she was assaulted by an unseen force, and her nieces reporting similar terrified encounters in their beds. Desperate and terrified, unable to move due to Philip's condition, the family reached out to famed demonologists Ed and Lorraine Warren. Upon investigating, the Warrens declared the house to be infested with demonic spirits. They theorized that the former funeral directors had been practicing necromancy, dark rituals involving the dead, which opened a doorway to demonic infestation, using the suffering Philip as a battery. The case became a media sensation and the basis for the book In a Dark Place. However, the file is marked by significant controversy. Years later, the author of the book, Ray Garton, claimed the family's stories were inconsistent, and that Ed Warren told him to use his imagination to fill in the gaps, suggesting much of the haunting may have been exaggerated, potentially influenced by the intense stress of Philip's illness and powerful medications. Whether a demonic siege or a manifestation of extreme family trauma, the Snedeker house remains one of the most disturbing files in paranormal history. Thank you for exploring this chilling case with us here at Conjuring Files. We believe it's vital to document these real incidents where the boundaries of our reality are breached by the macabre. If you found this investigation informative, please help encourage our channel. Give this video a like, share it with others fascinated by the true stories behind the movies, and subscribe for more deep dives into these chilling real-life files. And please, don't forget to hit that bell icon so you are notified the moment we open the next case.